Hi there, this is Avalon from Crafts Direct, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can make this Merry Everything hanging sign. Let's get started. The first thing you are going to do is you are going to cut off the jute hanger at the top of the sign. Next, you are going to grab your vinyl and you are going to cut it into 3 pieces. You are going to cut off "and a happy always." And then right now you have Merry Everything as a second piece, but you are eventually going to cut apart Merry and Everything so that they are separate pieces as well. Lay the vinyl on the sign and it's going to be left justified, and then to the right of it you are going to have your 2 holly leaves that are going to be overlapping with one another. We are going to be taping off a section that we aren't going to paint. It's going to be a straight line going across the sign, and it's going to go right above "and a happy always." With a pencil, mark right above "and a happy always." This is going to be your guide, and it will tell you where to lay the tape. Place the tape across the sign and in line with the mark that you made. Press down firmly and make sure that there aren't any bubbles. And then you are going to paint the front and all of the sides of the sign in red paint. Let the paint dry in between each coat, but you want to do at least 2 coats of paint on the sign. Once the last coat of paint completely dries, you will then slowly peel up the painter's tape. Next, you are going to paint the 2 holly leaves in green paint. Don't worry about painting the edges, just make sure you cover the front of the leaves. Once the paint completely dries, you're going to take your white Sharpie and you are going to make dashes down the stem of the leaf. And then on the leaves that are branching off of that stem, you are going to add some polka dots. Next, you are going to lay out your holly and your vinyl like you did before. And then you are going to adhere the vinyl. You will start with "and a happy always" at the bottom, and to apply the vinyl, you will apply pressure to the top of the vinyl using a craft scraper. You will then peel up that top layer and then apply it to the sign. Once it looks as you want it, you will then press down and then grab your craft scraper, apply pressure once again, and then lift up that top layer very slowly. Next, you are going to cut Merry Everything into 2 separate pieces, and then you're going to adhere the vinyl like you just did before, and this time Merry Everything is going to be side by side instead of stacked on top of each other. Next, you are going to glue the overlapping holly leaves to each other, and then you are going to take 3 pom-poms and glue them on to the top of the holly. This is going to create our berries on the holly. Next, you are going to grab your plaid ribbon. You will take one end and you will put it through the hole at the top of the sign. You will go through the back. You will then cut off the other end of ribbon and you will bring it around to the other side, again through the back of the sign through the hole. You will then tie knots with the ribbon on the front side of the sign. You can make the hanger as tight or as loose as you want it, and then you can just cut off any excess ribbon. And then lastly, you will glue on your holly to the sign, and after that, your sign is ready to be hung up and displayed. Thank you so much for watching this video. You can shop all the products needed to make this project at craftsdirect.com/projects.